Hey everybody, how's it going? I want to tell everybody thank you for subscribing, liking, commenting, and clicking on this video to listen to my next story. So if you want to, go get you a soft drink, snacks, have a smoke, whatever it is you got to do to sit down and get comfortable and listen to a story about a poltergeist. Me and my brother's experience when we was real little. And I actually had to get a hold of my older brother and have him tell me the story so I could remember it all. So, get ready, because we're fixing to get this Halloween party started. Let's go! Alright, you guys, so this is how it happened. At some point when I was about 4 or 5 years old, we can't remember exactly, 4 or 5, me and my older brother, because I called him and was going to do a screen record of him telling me about what had happened when we lived in this house. And it was an old farmhouse that my mom had bought from some farmer, and I remember it was real close to the interstate. So anyways, I made the video of me and him talking about it, but then for some reason the audio didn't work. I don't know what that was all about. So now I just got to tell the story myself. But he had also told me some Bigfoot stories where he had experienced Bigfoot a couple times. So I'm going to try to do the video with him again so he can tell those stories and make sure my audio is working and all that stuff. But anyways, here's how the story goes. I can't remember exactly why, but we had moved into this house my mom had bought. I was around 4 or 5, which means my brother Mike was 7 or 8. My little brother Jay, he was about, 2 or 3. He was little, maybe probably closer to 2. But I know he was little. And me and him had a bedroom upstairs. This was a 2-story farmhouse. We had our own bedrooms, which was kind of a big deal, I guess. But me and Jay, we was so little, we didn't care, We actually didn't like the idea, if I remember. We wanted to stay with our brother Mike, right? So, but he was old enough, he wanted his own room. Well, the first couple nights wasn't nothing weird happened or nothing. And then after a couple nights, though, when we would go to bed at night, our bedroom doors would just open all by themselves. And then they would, real slow, they would close. And they didn't just, like, stop where, the door latch touched. They actually shut and, like, click. You know what I mean? They shut. And then they would open. So the doorknob had to be turned. And they would open. And they would open all the way. And then they would shut. Well, this happened every night for a few days. And then my room, me and my brother Jason's room, and my brother Mike's room, this would happen to our bedroom doors. Now, my mom worked, and our Aunt Teresa would babysit us at night. And I'm pretty sure she slept downstairs. I don't know if she's had a bedroom upstairs or not, but she said she never seen nothing. She swore up and down she didn't see anything. Nothing was happening to her. So, my brother Mike, he was seeing it. It was happening to his door, too. Well, finally it got to the point where we wasn't sleeping upstairs no more. Me and my brothers decided we was going to start sleeping downstairs in the living room. Now, my brother Mike reminded me that when you walked into this place, It had like one of them really high ceilings at the entranceway, and the kitchen was to your right, and then like the dining room and living room area was to your left, and there was this really cool staircase that went up and around. It was right in front of you, and that's what went upstairs to all the bedrooms. And so we decided we're going to start staying in the living room area on the couch and love seat, right? That's where we're going to start sleeping. Well, I remember that that room had double doors, okay? So we would shut them doors, and them doors never came open. They would rattle and stuff, but they never came open. And the couch, though, and the love seat, my brother Mike says they levitated. I don't remember them levitating, so I can't, but I was little. I can't say they didn't levitate, but I do remember them moving. I remember we'd be laying on them and we would like start hiding under the covers because you start hearing all kinds of crazy noises, right? Like it was scary. And so we'd start hiding under the covers, and it did feel like that thing was moving around. Like it sounded like it was sliding across the wooden floor. I mean, it was pretty spooky. I don't remember it levitating, but I remember it feeling like that it moved, like the furniture was moving while we was on it under the covers. So we're telling our mom, we're telling our aunts, we're telling everybody we can that this place is haunted. There's a ghost messing with us. And they don't believe us. They think we just don't want to live there, which we didn't want to live there. Because there's a freaking ghost haunting us, right? Picking on us every night. Nothing ever happened during the day. This only happened at night. Well, this went on for about, because we was only there for like a couple weeks before finally the big kibosh, right? Something happened, my aunt couldn't deny it. So what it was? Oh goodness. Um so I was little, and the bathroom, there wasn't no bathroom upstairs in this house. The bathroom was downstairs, and I had to get up and go to the bathroom. Well, our bedroom door had started opening and closing, opening and closing. Oh, our aunt made us sleep in our bedrooms this night. Okay, so we'd been sleeping in the living room. I gotta explain this. I didn't mean to jump ahead. So we'd been sleeping in the living room, and like I said, she was sleeping down there. So she was saying none of this furniture moving was happening as well. You know what I mean? And I never seen it because I was always hiding under the covers. I'm just saying it felt like it, you guys. Okay, so she made us all sleep in our bedrooms this one night, and I had to get up and go to the bathroom, and my door opened and then closed, and so I got scared and I didn't want to get up, but I was going to go to the bathroom if I didn't get up. So I get up. The door thing happened a couple times. I finally get enough courage to get up. I go downstairs, right, to go to the bathroom, but I hear something in our kitchen. And I can't remember if what I heard sounded like a person talking or if it just sounded like something was moving around. But something made me go to the kitchen. Something I heard. I went to the kitchen. And when I got in the kitchen, I remember it was real dark in the house, but not in the kitchen. So the kitchen had a big window, and the moon was shining right through that window and just lighting up the cabinets and the sink and the counter. I mean, just think about it, just lighting up the whole kitchen. And it was like the only light downstairs, you guys. Oh, oh, so I'm thinking something's going on in the kitchen. And like I said, I'm what, 5 or 6 or something, 4 or 5. I can't remember, 4 or 5. I wasn't 6 yet, I know that. I was 4 or 5. And anyways, my brother Mike remembers, he goes, you was little because you was still wearing them footy pajamas. That's that's how he remembers how little I was. So, anyways, I'm thinking I was 4, 5, maybe 5. I was old enough to remember this. I go into the kitchen, and when I first walk into the kitchen, I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. And I'm just standing there looking. I think because of how bright it was. I don't know why I stayed there, but I was standing there looking, and the cabinets started coming open and closing. They come open and they close. And I'm thinking, what in the world? And then the drawers started coming open and closing. And they was slamming shut. And when the cabinet doors would shut, they slammed shut. Oh, I'm gonna get sick. And so I get scared, right? I'm scared. I start screaming. And I'm screaming, and my aunt shows up, and then my brother Mike shows up. And when my aunt shows up, she's like, "What's wrong, Matthew? What's wrong?" And I just start pointing, and the cabinets, they're still doing it. Everything's going on, and so she's just standing there, and I'm standing there, and I'm not screaming no more, but now I'm crying pretty hard, and I peed my pants. I was little, and if you remember, I got up because I had to go to the bathroom anyways, and so this happens. I end up peeing my pants. She's like, "Oh my goodness!" Anyways, she gets scared, and she was only a teenager at this time too. You guys, she was really young too. I can't remember. She wasn't that old, like 15, 16, something like that. And my brother Mike shows up, and when my brother Mike come in there, he's saying, which he reminded me of this. He's saying, "I told you, I told you," and he's telling my aunt, "I told you, I told you." So my aunt, she's like, "Well, I didn't know. I didn't think you was telling the truth." So I'm crying. My brother Mike's freaking out. My aunt's freaking out. She snatches me up. Mike comes in behind her. My little brother Jason, he's upstairs screaming and hollering. I don't know what's going on up there. He probably heard me screaming, so it scared him. He started screaming because he's a little bitty guy. I mean, a little bitty guy. So I think actually my brother Mike ran up there and grabbed Jason, and my aunt takes us outside down the driveway and has us wait by the road. She runs back in that house, grabs a bunch of blankets, brings them outside. There's no way we didn't have a phone. So there was no way for her to call anybody. She's not letting us stay in that house, especially since she just seen what happened. She ain't staying in there neither. So we ended up sleeping in that ditch till 7 o'clock in the morning, and my brother Mike remembered the time for some reason. But he said Mom showed up at 7 o'clock in the morning and got us out of the ditch, and we never spent another night in that house. True story, you guys. Never happened to me again. I never lived anywhere again something like that. I seen something like that. So, it wasn't a dream. it happened. Spooky. Well, when my brother was talking to me about this, he also started talking to me about some Sasquatch experiences he had, a couple of them. And so I wish the video that I made with him, the audio would have worked. But I'll do it again and I'll get him to tell his Sasquatch stories. And maybe it'll work this time. They're pretty good. He's got a couple good ones. A story he told that happened by our grandma and grandpa's on a dirt road. You guys got to hear his story. But that was the spooky story for Halloween. I hope everybody has a happy Halloween tonight. But I hope you like my story. If you would, hit the like, subscribe, notifications, click the bell so you'll be the first one to hear my next story, which might be about my brother and the Bigfoot. But until then, no matter what's happening, no matter what's going on, something's bringing you down, got you upset, or just leaning the wrong way, call a friend, call a family member, go talk to somebody you don't know. Call 988, talk to a pro. Whatever you do, get out of that slump. Squatch the little stuff. Keep on keeping on. Peace.